Hello everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome to my channel. So I'm starting this video again because I didn't have my mic in and that's going to annoy me. So I did want to announce a competition that I am doing, and then we're going to get into the spirit baby reading. And because I already did start this video, a card has already flown out, so I'll read that poem to you guys in a moment. But the competition will be, you're going to be able to win a spirit baby video session with me. So these sessions are out an hour long. They are pre-recorded, but they'll be all about your spirit baby, pregnancy, conception, things like that. I will leave the link below in the description so you can have a look and read like the description of what I offer when it comes to spirit baby reading. You will also get your own automatic writing poem, which will be channeled from your spirit babies. So all you need to do to enter is to leave a comment below, and that's going to be your entry. You don't need to leave multiple comments because I won't be counting multiple comments. It'll just be one comment, one entry. You're going to have until the 31st of October, and then I'm going to announce the winner on the 1st of November. So it's like a Halloween giveaway. So let's get straight into the reading. Oh yeah, we had a card already fly out, and I was also seeing somebody's spirit baby. They were coming forward already. It feels like a little girl, and they were doing cartwheels, but they feel very excited. And she's also talking about how time is speeding up. And she's talking about in your personal lives where things have been moving slow, or you feel like there's been a delay, and that's going to flip, and time's going to be speeding up in these places, in these parts of your life that you feel like have been moving very, very slow. I'm hearing the scenic route. So it could be love life, it could be career, it could be getting pregnant, it could be that you've been trying to conceive and you feel like you've been taking the scenic route. This is now going to switch, and it's going to start moving faster. Your life is going to start moving faster when it comes to certain things. So the first poem says, 10:10 completion. I may be a tad overdue, but that doesn't bother you. Everything in divine time. You and Daddy are big believers in God's design. I am too. It's one of the many reasons I chose you. My soul needs to be guided along to my heart's unique song. Turtles will be my spirit animal at first. Slowly but surely wins the race. No competition. Freedom is the aim. So that's just confirmation of the message that was coming through, that you're at the end of a cycle. So now things are going to be moving fast. And they're saying for some of you there was a delay put in place for your protection. Like let's say you were with the wrong person, or your body wasn't in the right healthy state for you to conceive. So a delay or like a block was put in place by God for your protection. But this, you might be seeing 10:10s everywhere, like different angel numbers, but I am getting 10:10 particularly and 11:11 that are coming through. And I do see like ones. I see 10:10 as a completion, as it says on this poem, but I see 11s as a doorway opening. So it's like that death and rebirth, and you're moving into the rebirth. And the next poem that flew out over here is repeating 7s again. Are those angel numbers driving you round the bend? I'm glad your knee is on the mend. The painters and decorators are in. Try again next month. I have a little hunch. No, you weren't wrong. Synchronicities abound. Your physical body is fine-tuning its sound. Yeah, it's another confirmation. Some of you will be getting slapped in the face by angel numbers. You could be seeing them everywhere. Like every time you pick up your phone, I'm seeing someone like a microwave or a kitchen appliance where you guys are seeing them. You could literally even be seeing them in the sky, in the clouds. Like a cloud could be a certain shape of a number, and you keep seeing this number everywhere. And some of you may be going mad because you know it's a sign from your spirit babies, and you know it's a sign that you're about to conceive and they're about to be coming through. They're not here yet, and you just want it now, now, now. And they're reminding you here that obviously the human time, we go on a clock. In the spirit world, they go by past, present and future, and this is all happening simultaneously. So they don't want you to get so choked up and so focused on timing and why things haven't happened yet. And as this spirit baby has said, things are going to start shifting. They're going to start moving fast because of this awakening that's going on the planet, because of this collective consciousness, the fact that everyone's moving up higher and higher, closer to the divine, closer to the most high, and closer to themselves. And some of you could have just got your period and you're frustrated because you really thought that you were going to conceive this month. That's what you thought these signs were trying to tell you. But they're just telling you that you're on your right path and you are in alignment, and to keep going, and it is coming in soon. But they don't want you to be so focused on the clock, on timing. So keep being shown a clock. So maybe you guys are kind of like, oh, I should have been pregnant by now. I should have been pregnant by this age. Why hasn't it happened yet? You're getting frustrated. They want you to release this frustration and this annoyance, because obviously that's not going to help you conceive. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few more poems from this deck, please? I'm saying one more. Okay, can I get one more? Thank you. We have Yin and Yang. I'm so excited to be joining the clan. Mr. and Mrs. Bossy Boots. You'll always catch me pulling out all our shoes. Where's my shoelace as you search the place? Only to realise it's in my mouth. Loop, swoop and pull knot. That's what Daddy says. But Mummy learnt the bunny ears way. I'll also have a knack for French braids. String, hair and them textures there. I have a talent for weaving in and out. What I create in textiles class will leave you feeling so proud. I'm seeing braiding, so some of you could have braids. You could love to have your hair in that kind of style. But I'm also feeling like some of you could be braiders yourselves. Maybe if you don't do it professionally, you could do this for family members and stuff. But I feel like you're going to be braiding your child's hair and they're going to love braids. It doesn't matter what kind of type of hair they have. Even if they have European hair, because I'm seeing like a little girl again and she's on holiday. She has very straight hair, but she has one of those braids in the front and they, you know, they can put fabric on it and it's got like a pretty pattern. She's got one of those in as well. But braids are coming through, so they're significant. And this spirit baby is likely to be very bossy. I'm hearing the leader of the house, so they're going to want to be the leader of the house. A lot of them are going to be putting on shows for you guys, and I feel like some of you could have done this when you were younger, like you were that child that was always entertaining people. And some of you could have felt like you had to be that child that was always entertaining because you liked making other people laugh. When you saw that people were having a good time when you were making them laugh, like you wanted to carry on because you love seeing people in that state of joy. And so with these spirit babies that are coming through. But obviously with this poem here, some of them could have an obsession with shoes and laces and they might be like sitting by the rack and just pulling things out. But in general, once you've like, especially when you've cleared things away, they're going to go there behind you and just start pulling it all out again. But toddlers do tend to do this. But I think for some of you, it's going to drive you mad because you just like everything to be clean and you like to see the floor. I'm hearing you like to see the floor. It may not have always been that way. Like when you were younger, when you were a teenager, you could have crap everywhere. But now you're an adult and as you're getting older, you have to have a clear room because it helps you with your mental state to have like a clear mind. Otherwise, I feel like if your rooms and your house is in a mess, I feel like for you guys, like your head and your mental state will be in a mess. You can't think clearly, I'm hearing. You won't be able to think properly. This deck? No. This deck here. Let me get some messages for the collective, please, Spirit. What do the collective most need to hear right now? Some of you could be seeing frogs everywhere. And you could have been like literally talking about a frog. Maybe you had a dream of a frog and you were telling someone and you're like walking together down the street and all of a sudden a frog jumps out. But I feel like synchronicities that are happening to you, particularly in your dreams, are then happening in the physical. And we have summer. So summer is significant for you guys. Maybe this started happening. You started being slapped in the face from your spiritual court with signs from summertime. But some of you could be conceiving or be your due date will be in summer. You could be having a summer baby. What else, Spirit? And by summertime, for those of you where things have been moving slow, that's when things are really going to take off and shift. Or they would have already been taken off. I'm showing a rocket. I'm seeing this in my mind's eye, but I'm seeing a rocket as well. It doesn't have a rocket on there, no. And maybe some of you will conceive while you are abroad. We have Archangel Gabriel. Your crown chakra is blocked. Ask him to help clear your ego thoughts that are blocking you from love, wisdom, and communication from your higher self. He can't wait to help you. Yeah, this is to do with timing. I just keep hearing timing, seeing someone stare at a clock like, why isn't it coming yet? Why isn't it coming yet? It's like you're demanding that God bring your blessings to you now. And Spirit are reminding everyone here that we are in a very significant time in human history on the planet right now. But there was a lot going on. And there's a whole huge divine orchestration happening. So they're saying, like, essentially, it's not all about you. It is about you when it comes to your world, when it comes to your spiritual court. But on the grand scheme of things, it isn't all about you. You hold a piece of the puzzle. We all hold a piece of the puzzle. And sometimes there's a certain puzzle piece that needs to go first to make the picture look more complete. But they're saying they will get to your puzzle piece. Your puzzle piece is coming next. They will get to it. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, from this deck? Thank you. Mama, Daddy, I asked about your Akashic records, and Archangel Metatron says there's no need to worry. You're exactly where you're meant to be at the exact right time. Yeah, exactly. It's confirmation of what they've been saying, that you are in alignment and you are on the right path, and you are actually in a very destined and fated time. And this is where a lot of you are getting annoyed and frustrated, because you can feel that. You can literally, it's almost like as if it's physically here and it's tangible, like you can reach out and touch it. And for some of you, will be very, very soon. You will be conceiving very soon. I'm keep staring at this little bottle here. So maybe some of you are already pregnant and maybe you don't even know. Or you're about to find out, because I'm just staring at the bottle. So you will be feeding your baby soon. They're going to be earthside very, very soon, sooner than you think. But they do want you letting the go of time. I keep going to pick up this one. No, they want this one. What do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? What do the collective need to hear? Can I get a few cards from this deck, please? And I can feel the frustration. Like, I'm feeling what you guys are feeling, but my frustration is because the cards aren't coming out. Yours is because you haven't conceived yet, or what you're trying to manifest hasn't come in yet, but it is on its way. We have the star here, number 16. This is given the star card and tarot, so the healing is taking place. And I do feel like for a lot of you, the healing is taking place in your crown and in your higher chakras. So a lot will be being released through your crown right now. So you could be suffering from like headaches or flu-like symptoms. You could even be going lightheaded. Obviously, you do want to get things checked out at a doctor if you are experiencing symptoms like that. But again, you could be dreaming of stars or be very drawn to the night sky and stars at the moment. For some of you, your spirit babies are destined to be a star, are destined to be in the limelight, or just known in their community and known in their neighborhood. They're going to be very, very shiny. There's a lot of powerful, shiny souls that come through, so it's not surprising me. And they're going to remember where they come from. They're going to remember their soul's purpose and mission. So they may be freaking you out when they can talk. But when they're a toddler and they start talking, they may freak you out. And they may talk to you about past lives that they remember, or talk to you of where they've been before. And children do tend to do this, but I feel like these souls are going to do it in a way where you can't deny. You can't be like, oh yeah, they're just being a kid. They're just talking. Or they've just copied what they've seen or heard from other people when you're out and about or in programs and movies. You know that you can't deny, like, they know their shit. And this is going to help a lot of you to awaken your crown chakra even more and have an even more elevation when it comes to your soul, when it comes to your spiritual beliefs. Because it's like it's going to cement the fact that we are souls having a human experience. Like, a lot of you already believe this and you've already integrated this truth, but it's like it's going to really cement it when your child is earthside and they're telling you things of where their soul has been before. We have a castle here, yeah, and I'm just seeing this as travels, as like the Akashic records, the soul records. So they're going to speak to you about their travels. A lot of them in great detail are going to be able to describe like old sacred sites and castles and buildings that aren't open to the public. Some of them are going to be able to describe what's in them. And this is because they have a gift of astral traveling. This isn't necessarily associated with their past lives. It's just they have that gift to travel. So they can see things that are marked with an X, I'm seeing, that are crossed off and are not really open to the public. They can see, they can travel there and go there. And they're going to tell you. Can I get one more card, please? From Jesus. What is going on? Can I have one more card, please, Spirit, from this deck? Some of you, it's about to surprise you how fast your life is about to move. And some of you may be like a bit, I'm hearing dumbfounded. Maybe you don't know how to handle it because you're used to things moving slowly for you. This is a certain area in your life as well. It's not like your whole life. It could be career, it could be love life. It could just be the fact that you've been trying to conceive and bring these spirit babies earthside. We have here this mask here that has a doorway. And again, I'm just looking at this top part. So this is how your crown chakras right now is opening for a lot of you. You could be having like weird happenings, I'm hearing. Weird supernatural happenings that are going on around you. My hairs on my arm just stood on end. So some of you could be feeling that someone's there. You can feel your spiritual court passed over loved ones around you. And your hairs may be standing on end. And you know they're right there. Some of you are even seeing. So your clairvoyance is being activated. but it's the crown chakra is opening, and that's because of the awakening that's going on the planet right now. People are more and more connected to their higher selves and to the divine, and the divine orchestration I'm hearing. So you're going to start realizing, for those who've been frustrated about time and divine timing, you're going to realize that everything has its time, and your time will be coming soon. So you're becoming more patient. You're learning the art of patience. I'm hearing finally. So your guys may have been trying to drum in that saying of like patience is a virtue for you for years, and you were kind of just like, yeah, no, brushing it off. But now you're finally going to get it and realize, and that is when things are going to shift. And it does tend to happen that way. And we have here a clock, old style clock. It has a few birds on it. It also has a candle on it. And I'm seeing this here. You see there's an arrow, but I'm seeing it as Cupid. So a lot of your spirit babies, if you haven't met your partner yet, are going to be playing Cupid. Or if you feel like there's been distance in your connection, they're going to be pushing you back together. And I'm hearing magnetize. So they're going to be magnetizing you and your partner back together. And it's probably because you are both going through your own spiritual awakenings. And when that does happen, you do tend to want to have space. But again, you see here it has the timer. The sounds of time. So I'm hearing the sounds of time, or the wind chimers as well with chiming. Some of you could be hearing wind chimes or hearing like a bell, some sort of sound like that, like in here, that's going to be that sign that your spirit babies are about to come through. But you could be hearing chimes when you don't have like a chime thing outside your house. You're just hearing it. This is coming from spirit. It's connected to your spirit babies. Some of you could have been praying a lot. You may have done like a fertility candle, like lit a white candle or green candle, been praying for fertility to help you to conceive. Some of you could live near a farm. There's a rooster here. Or maybe that's what you want. You want your own land. You want your own your own homestead, your farmstead. Because I'm hearing a rooster. You want to be woken up by the light. You want to be woken up by nature. You want to be woken up by the animals. So maybe some of you will want to have like a rooster in the future. This deck. Yeah. Okay. Can we get a few cards on this deck, please, Spirit? Jeez. A few cards for the collective. What messages do they need to hear right now? I'm hearing doled up. Maybe some of you are getting doled up and you're going out. Maybe you're going out the day that you watch this. You could be going on a date. Whether that's a date with the new person that you've met or a date with your partner. I feel like your spirit babies want you to go on dates. They want you to get doled up. They want you to feel good. So whatever makes you feel confident and feel good, and this is in your physical body, they want you to feel good within your physical body. We have the rules. And I'm hearing no. I'm hearing no, we won't follow the rules. So these spirit babies coming through, they're not going to like authority. They're not going to be like told what to do. They're not going to be like, they're not going to like hearing no. So when you say no, they're going to laugh, they're going to repeat it back, or they're just going to completely blank you and act like they don't hear it. I'm hearing a lot of these spirit babies are going to have selective hearing, and you guys could have been this way inclined when you were younger. But yeah, they're not going to listen to rules and authority. I keep hearing authority. They're not going to listen to authority. And I'm hearing that the government is not going to have any grip whatsoever on this generation coming through. They're not going to have any grip whatsoever. So like now you're seeing now people don't really trust the government. Wherever you're living, people don't tend to trust the government. Particularly, it's not just in the Western world. It's like all over the world, because they're being exposed for how corrupt they are and how they don't always have the best interest of the general public. So more and more people are waking up to this fact and realizing this, and these spirit babies coming through, they're just, it's as if there isn't, I feel like there will always be some form of government, because a certain part of the human race are going to always need to be governed, because a lot of people don't walk in grace and they don't walk in the heart. Like you're always going to need a law system. We're always going to need police and things like that. They're always going to need them in this world, because some people in this world will need to be governed because they don't follow their moral compass. I'm hearing today will choose to do wrong and choose to commit evil acts. So we do need these things in place. But when it comes to these spirit babies, it's as if the government doesn't exist. It's a very weird feeling, as if the government doesn't exist, or like authority doesn't exist. The only authority that exists is the Most High, is the divine. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card from this deck? One more card, please. Thank you. We have the Moon Queen. I'm seeing this as a woman who is pregnant. So a lot of you guys, you're about to move from this. You're moving from the maiden into the mother. And you're moving from the crescent into the full moon. So a lot of you are about to conceive and be pregnant. And you could have like a perfectly round pregnancy bump. Some of you could be eating some sort of berry, some sort of red berry. You could be drinking tomato juice, I'm seeing for some of you. You could be researching things that are good for the body, particularly when you are pregnant, and to help with ease the pain of when you are pregnant. And some of you could already be aware of certain herbs and tinctures and things that you can take and drink that assist you when you have menstrual cramps. But you're also doing this for when you will be having contractions and going into labour. Or not that you'll be there taking these herbs then, but you'll be doing it leading up to it to assist your physical body and prepare your physical body. A lot of you are doing a lot of research. What now? They want to get a story dice. This one? No. I just want 2. Okay, 2. We have pineapple. Some of you could be drinking pineapple juice. But it's like you're researching what is alkaline for the body and what is acidic for the body. And you're trying to get the balance right. And I'm hearing pH balance. Maybe you've been drinking different drinks and taking herbs that are good for women's health, that are good for the vagina and the womb. And the next we have here a spider. You could be seeing spiders everywhere. You could be dreaming of spiders. And I saw a reel the other day on Instagram. This woman who was literally being bombarded with spiders, and she lives in Australia. So the spiders over there are massive. I think they were like huntsmen. But she was talking about how they represent change. They represent some form of change that was coming into her life. I also do associate them with the dark side of the moon. I don't like spiders. So for me, in respect, particularly if I dream of spiders, I don't really associate them with the great omen. But some people do like spiders and they don't mind them. The huntsman spiders, because I said huntsman, that are known for eating all of the nasty other bugs that are a threat to your life. And the huntsman spiders aren't a threat. So this could also be a sign of protection. So you could be seeing spiders everywhere, but they're trying to bring that omen to you that you are protected, and you are protected from any darkness and from any evil or anything that is a threat to your life. And I feel like a lot of you are seeing like the more sinister people that are around you, or you're seeing the more sinister people in the world and things that are going on in this world. So you could be going down those rabbit holes. That could also what you've been researching, particularly of what happens to children in this world, because you want your children to be safe. Obviously, every parent wants their child to be safe. It's a child's worst nightmare for children to be around the wrong people. So you're doing a lot of research. I heard groomer, so you could yourself could have been sexually abused as a child, but you've been doing research on like groomers and knowing the signs. It's like you just want your child to be very, very protected in this world, but you don't want them to keep them in a bubble. You want them to go out and explore, which is why you're doing this kind of research beforehand, before they're even here. Can we get one spirit animal card, please, from this deck? Thank you. We have fox. Surprise others with favours. You've got the yellow daffodils everywhere, which speak of spring. So that speaks of birth, rebirth. But foxes are very cunning. And they're like, I'm hearing the best of both worlds. They're the best of both worlds. So they live in the woods and stuff, but they'll also come out to the cities because they'll go through like people's garbage and rubbish and they'll take food. And I'm seeing the Hovis bread. The Hovis bread brand, it has like both a mix of white bread and brown bread. I'm seeing that the best of both worlds. Maybe some of you are having a mixed race child, or a child that has different cultures, different heritages within them, because you and your partner come from different cultures, different backgrounds, different races. So that's coming through for some of you. I'm just going to pause this while I get some charms. Okay, so the first charm we have here, or that drew my attention, was this watch, was the clock. So it's a confirmation of that message to not be so focused on the timing. Remember that we are on God's clock and there is a divine orchestration happening. that your time is coming. I just keep hearing your time is coming. We have a broom. So that's getting rid of, I'm hearing bullshit, getting rid of the bullshit. It's getting rid of things that don't serve you anymore. Some of you could be spring cleaning a lot or selling a lot of your stuff. And buying new things. We have here the skull and bones, which represents death. So death and rebirth. Death and rebirth are intertwined. They are one in the same. You can't have one without the other. So you guys are moving out of that death era and into your rebirth era. Remember, when you are at the end of the cycle, when you are in your death season, to go very easy on yourself and be gentle with yourself, because you are going to need to hold the space for yourself. We have a unicorn here, and I always take this as how these spirit babies are going to be very powerful, and they're going to be very magical. They're going to be very tapped into the supernatural and the fact that they're a soul having a human experience. This is also a confirmation for those of you who always felt like you're going to have a little girl. And we have a little teddy bear. And this is that patchwork teddy bear. Some of you could collect these. You know, like the big plastic bears that they have like different prints on them. Some of you could collect these. I'm seeing those. And maybe you collect old antique bears. And you could also be keeping a few back for your spirit baby. We have a heart here with a rose on, which speaks of unconditional love, but this is also connected to Mother Mary, the rose, and the divine feminine. So Mother Mary will be around you guys heavily, particularly when you do conceive, because she's very connected to the divine feminine, to the womb, to pregnancy, to children. You could be praying to her. For those of you that are worried about your child being protected in this world, you could be praying to Mother Mary for protection. Or for guidance in how best to protect your child. We have an umbrella here. For some reason I'm hearing that saying as well with this umbrella, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Some of you guys could be huge fans of Beyonce or certain musicians, and I'm hearing that that's the rabbit hole you've been going down, and now you don't know what to believe anymore about this world. It may have left you feeling a bit disappointed because you are big fans of certain musicians and there are things being exposed about them, and you're realizing that they have a very dark and sinister side. And we have another heart here, and look, it has an infinity around it. So again, it's confirmation of unconditional love that you will have for your children, but also that your children will have for you. It's very mutual with this generation of children coming through. And like I said, they remember why they've come here. And they remember the fact that they chose you to be their parent and to guide them. And for a lot of you, you've really been doing the inner work and the shadow work. And they respect you and they admire you for that. It's one of the reasons that they've chosen you to be their parent in this lifetime. They want me to show you again. It's the heart with an infinity. Some of you could have jewelry like this, like a charm that you wear like this, or a bangle. I feel like some of you wear a lot of bangles and you like to layer them up. I'm seeing gold ones and I can hear them jingling. What else, Spirit? We want another poem to finish off. Let me get one more poem for the collective, please, Spirit. And this is the kind of poem that I write for my clients in my Spirit Baby video reading. So they'll get their own personal one. So we have here, up at the crack of dawn, I heard a neighbour mowing the lawn. I love my first house, plenty of room for me to run about, and my room is a dream. Mummy created the theme, with elements of farm animals and space. The tall lamp really lights up the place. Certain things will need fixing to the wall, especially when I learn to crawl. Daddy calls me nosy fingers, always putting them where they don't belong. Trips to IKEA for keep the kids out gadgets. Little hands in live sockets will cause a panic. Safety first until I'm old enough to learn. This could also be what some of you guys are researching, how to keep your house protected. So you're buying like the little things that you're going to need, like you put those plastic things in the socket so it blocks, so they can't put their fingers in. But also I'm seeing those gates that you put on all of the stairs, but the little contraptions that you put on drawers and things you've got in the kitchen, and like cleaning cupboards so they can't get to bleach and stuff like that. You're researching, you're getting all of this stuff beforehand, or some of you just have a list. It's like you have a wish list of things that you're going to need when the spirit baby is here. But for those of you, you're aware that your sleep is going to be changing. Some of you could already be practicing like waking up early. or getting by on like a few hours of sleep for when your baby comes. But they are saying that when you are pregnant, just sleep. Basically, when you're off work and you're on maternity, for those of you that have a 9 to 5, they want you to sleep. Because obviously, when a baby is here, the sleep is gonna be broken. I said here. To you guys, some of you could be worrying that you're worrying basically about motherhood, about being a mother, and when your baby is newborn, you're like, oh my god, how am I going to keep them alive? Maybe you haven't been around babies and newborn much. Maybe you don't have a lot of them in your family, but things are just going to fall into place. I'm seeing a domino, but the dominoes are going up. They're not going down, they're going up, and things are going to fall into place and everything's going to make sense. It's going to come very naturally to you, so you don't need to worry about that. And you will know your babies cry. You will hear them. Some of you could already be hearing your babies crying, your babies laugh before they're even born. Like you could just be there chilling in your home, and all of a sudden you hear a laugh or you hear a cry, and you know that that's your spirit baby. You already know the sound. Anything else, spirit? Some of you could be painters. If not, I'm just seeing someone paint in their home, but it's not like you're just painting the wall a specific color. You're using like stencils and you're painting. It could be like farm animals and it could be space. It says this on the cards, but you're using some sort of stencil and you're doing a pattern on the wall. So you could be doing this for your spirit baby's room. For some of you, it's moons. You could be putting moons. Maybe you want it to have like stars and moons on the ceiling, and you could be doing that. But you could be using a stencil, I'm seeing, and using a certain paint that will glow when it's nighttime. Is that it, spirit? I'm hearing 3 months and 5 months as well. So some of you could conceive or be due to give birth in 3 months and 5 months. Yeah, but that is all the messages that is coming through. I hope that resonated with somebody out there. Remember to leave your comment underneath, and that will be your entry into the competition to win a spirit baby video reading with me. But I will see you in my next video.